All right, hello, everybody, and welcome back to Solo Square Rush. Finally getting into the next semifinals match. Pretty interesting one. I believe it is in the winners bracket. So hopefully this should shake things up a little bit. But joining me in the commentary booth is going to be Poppy. Hello, Poppy. How are you doing?
I did just wake up, so already into this exciting match between Seed 1 Pavin against HomuAkemi Seed 5. I mean, in the winners bracket, we expect a lot more crazier scores despite this map being extremely difficult. So definitely very interested to see their performances.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've been seeing how Homu has been doing like throughout the past rounds, and also just like a little bit more in some recent tournaments. Not too many, but I think they've started to make a name for themselves, at least in the consistency side of things.
Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna see a lot of top performances. I do know both of these players having extremely good physicality. These difficult maps, despite being quite, physically demanding, these two players can hopefully breeze through all these maps and try to take over their opponents by either hoping for a miss or just pure accuracy.
Yeah, I have no doubt in my mind that both these players are just going to be capable of playing it. I mean, Pavin, everyone knows Pavin for a while. I mean, MWC player. But I think a lot of people are starting to get their introduction to Homu, and I think a match like this one is definitely going to be one of those matches where they could definitely make a little bit of a bigger name for themselves. But it is probably going to come down to, like you said, that consistency side.
Definitely. We are on to our first map now.
Yeah, that being hybrid too, which is a bit of an interesting pick. I think typically most people wouldn't go into like a hybrid as like their first start either.
It is going to be a very interesting test of consistency between these two players. Starting off, both players are having basically the same accuracy. With some of these like small jacks and hand streams and these mini jacks here and there, they are doing pretty well on hitting them. But we do see Home having the first accuracy drop. Also, I think they changed their username to Senzawa.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how a pick like this one goes, especially just because it is a lot more jump focused. I do know that Senzawa typically is really good when it comes to like a lot of these like speedier picks and some of these jumps as well. So a pick like this one could maybe help a little bit, but just given the fact that they aren't the strongest with like Ellen accuracy, it definitely can't hurt just a little bit.
A lot of these like extreme jacks and patterns, but we do see Pavin finding a miss in those jack sections, but still, because of the accuracy, Pavin seemed to be still maintaining the score lead, but not by a lot. Senzawa, while doing the full combo, is a little bit behind on accuracy, getting back to 9.3, but score lead is shrinking a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is that this isn't like a point-based system where if one player gets a point, it's completely over and irrecoverable. In a system like this one, even if you're able to minimize it as much as possible, that is still such a huge helping hand, especially for a match that's going to be really close like this one.
Seeing crazy performances from these two players. I mean, Homu or Senzawa still holding the FC, while accuracy side is on Pavin's. They compensate a little bit, but with that ending accuracy drop from Homu, Pavin did get back the score lead back to 10,000 with 983k.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, being able to maintain this level of accuracy, even like despite that miss, in like semifinals, which a lot of people might kind of like, I guess, misrepresent, thinking it's semifinals, it can't be that hard. But in a tournament like this one that is incredibly difficult, that is just so impressive. Not to dismiss Senzawa's score either. I mean, a full combo.
FC is definitely very strong from Senzawa here. Pavin getting only 9 grades there though is a little bit absurd. They did find 2 misses, but the accuracy is really what got Pavin their 10,000 score lead, and Homu is gonna be picking Rice 1 here.
I think this
It's
makes
speed,
sense.
like, right? Yeah.
I mean, Senzawa has shown that they're very strong when it comes to these speed picks, especially just pure streams in general. I mean, obviously, we saw Rice 5 get banned, which I guess might speak a little bit on how something like this one might go.
See.
There's also like that kind of like not fully tech factor, I guess more kind of rather tricky aspect in just the fact that there's a lot of kind of different snaps within the speed sections as well.
All these graces I'm seeing here, 190 BPM. It's a pretty fast speed map it will be.
Yeah, this first section, it's not hard in the fact that it's physically hard. It's just hard in the fact that it's so easy just to drop like a random grate just because of like those graces everywhere.
That is true. A little bit tech side in this speed pick, it seems, but right now we are seeing Senzawa having the slightest accuracy lead at the very first quarter of the map. But we are gonna move on to our main speed part here now.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be kind of the area within like, I guess the tournament where raw skill is going to be a little bit more important compared to that accuracy. Obviously, it's still important.
I've been finding that miss in this first section here, giving Senzawa a little lead here. Pavin's accuracy is still pretty solid with 99.6 though. But Senzawa is just getting the 99.7 full combo right now. Just amazing. Oh, there's some accuracy drops now.
Yeah, I think it might just been like that transition from like going into like really fast back to like these like slower Gracie sections.
I mean, I don't blame them.
Yeah,
But because of the miss, Pavin is still a little bit behind despite having higher accuracy now. Still, it's gonna be the second part now.
Yeah, I mean, on a pick like this one, I don't think Pavin has to worry too much. At least I'm getting as much as like a score lead on something like this, given that this and next pick is going to be Senzawa's. So all Pavin really just has to do is just maintain as much of a score, I guess, minimize it as much as they can.
Yeah, how Pavin's consistency is holding now, getting back to 9 points. I'm sorry, but never mind. It's a trade.
Double. Oh.
Oh wait. Okay, now this is. Ooh.
I wonder if it was like a stamina factor or if it's just that kind of strain that comes from like these like really heavy finger independency skill sets like speed.
It's the stamina kicking in, Senzawa getting a couple misses at the very ending, giving the score lead back to Pavin.
Yeah, it definitely
That
makes sense.
great count from Senzawa though.
Yeah, both these players, Jesus. I mean, I don't blame either of them for missing, especially on a skill set like speed that requires a lot of like finger independency and just finger control in general.
Yeah. Maybe it was the stamina kicking in for Senzawa. It was a little bit close, but again, there's still some proof here.
Yeah, there's still a lot of room for things to happen. I mean, especially on a pick like this one, which is very different compared to a lot of jump stream, hand stream picks that we're used to.
This is jump stream, correct? Or hand stream?
I mean, I guess at this point it's hand stream. I mean, there's still some jump stream, but it's so dense.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the star rating and the BPM, it doesn't really add up, which is...
Yeah. It's insanely dense. It's so unconventional, which I guess maybe could help either of these players depending on their skill sets.
We'll see. This is Senzawa's second pick, I think?
Yeah.
Rice 2. Alright.
I think this pick
Zenzawa
definitely
is.
favors like more of
You
that.
can go.
Sorry, I was saying though, I think a pick like this one favors a little bit more of that kind of, I guess in a way, less tournament experienced player. Just because like a lot of tournament jump stream files are usually like very light and just very tricky, while this one is just very dense.
All these triples and doubles line up together. It's that fairly dense for a jump stream pick.
Yeah, it is insanely dense. What the hell,
Do
Pavin?
you see a first break from Zenzawa though?
Why are you holding at 99.9?
Just showing absolute consistency from Pavin here.
Why are these players holding such high accuracies on a pick like this one?
Zenzawa's accuracy was after a miss, by the way, which is just absurd right now. But
maybe it's just like the skill issue in me talking, but like a pick that's like really dense like this one's just so hard to play. I don't understand how either of these players are able to just hold such high accuracies.
Zenzawa is actually gaining accuracy after that miss here as well. Trying to keep the tension, looking for a miss from Pavin now, but the map is already almost ending. Those strings of doubles is just crazy, and Pavin is just doing it in these little split trails.
That is insane, dude.
This accuracy is not human, bro.
You have all these split trails, all these one-handed trails, and you're able to just act all of that? I mean, sure, it's slower BPM, but it's so dense and streaming.
He just gets it. He just gets 97k. Zenzawa isn't so far off either, just getting one more 200 and one more miss. With
They
like
both
30 more
990k.
perfects. What is this, bro? Pavin showing what it means to be consistent at the game.
It's not even like Senzawa scores like bad at any means. It's just like, what do you do when you miss? Because like once you miss, it's so easy just to mess up so much more, given how dense it is.
Actually, insane performance from both these two players. But that is gonna give Pavin the 7,000 score lead extra, and now they are up 20,000 points. And they will pick LN2. The density pick.
I mean, I get this pick, although I'm not too sure about it, because I mean, obviously Senzawa is a bit weaker when it comes to the LN accuracy side, but especially as like LN density becomes a little bit faster, it's not as bad to hold accuracy on if you're able to just play it itself.
It is gonna come down to whoever has the better consistency, which Pavin definitely has. But you know, on a pick like this, like with such dense patterns, when you are like maybe a little bit of a slip up, a miss can really bring you into a really bad chain miss, especially in maps like these.
I mean, one thing too about this pick in specific is just the usage of the anchors within the density section. So I guess maybe that's one part that might help Pavin just a little bit more.
Showing no mercy with these consistencies here. We will see how these players perform. Showing off, Pavin does have the accuracy lead with 9.84. I don't know how they're getting it, but Senzawa's not backing off either of that 9.7.
As you say that.
That's fine, they missed though. Ooh, a couple as well. That is not very good for them.
I'm not too surprised. I think just the fact that like there's a lot of like LN anchors within this, even if they're like 1/4 anchors, I think just the fact that they're kind of continuous and they add like a little bit of that coordination aspect, which I think is going to give Senzawa just a little bit of trouble, especially in the accuracy side.
Definitely, yeah. Pavin Lyle, on the other hand, is just And this accuracy is pretty insane for a 228 BPM density pick. I mean, yeah, Senzawa still having 9.4 with that after that miss, still having pretty solid score and accuracy, but Pavin is just wow.
What do you even do at this point? Because like, it's not even like that Pavin's facing an opponent that's bad, because Senzawa isn't bad by any means. It's just that Pavin's just on a whole other level when it comes to these picks.
It's yet a miss from Senzawa there, and despite still having 9.4, it's somehow 20,000 score lower than Pavin, and the map is gonna end in like right now. Pavin getting 993.4k with a V1 double S. Okay,
Jesus.
okay.
Senzawa's score isn't even bad. Like 9 misses and a 99.43 is really good.
Yeah, like the grade count is still pretty solid from Senzawa as well, but Pavin just they're just doing it, just getting the 993k. Okay, like
I mean, the good thing is that we're in the second ban phase, so I guess Senzawa does have a little bit of breathing room to potentially ban a pick that could be a lot more dangerous. Maybe something like LN1 or LN6 potentially.
Pavin, of course, is gonna ban another rice pick though. We do see Senzawa definitely having a really great chance at the rice parts, but the Elwens, Senzawa seem to struggle a little bit more, at least when you compare the score to Pavin, who's just going crazy with these accuracies. You see L1 banned by Senzawa here.
I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of surprised to see Rice or ban, but like looking at these other picks, I mean, I think these other picks work a little bit more in favor of Pavin. So potentially, it's just trying to minimize maybe any score lead that can be gained from Senzawa.
Yeah, that is true. After the ban, though, it is gonna be Senzawa's pick now. I'm expecting like maybe Rice 6 or 7.
I think that sounds about right. I wouldn't want to gamble on Hybrid 1, especially given how Hybrid 2 went. And especially the LNs, those are an obvious death sentence.
Yeah, there is the Rice 6. Pavin is up 40,000 points now. Since I really need to try to keep up on the score leads here. They do want to win a couple maps to get it back done.
I mean, if with what Pavin said in like, I don't remember if it was like the match last week or 2 weeks ago, that Pavin tends to miss on files that contain lots. So potentially this is Senzawa's chance to maybe get a little bit of a score lead.
It's not too late to come back yet from Senzawa here. If Pavin does find some slip-ups, any score lead is what Senzawa's looking for.
Yeah, we'll just have to kind of see how this one goes.
Starting off really strong from both players.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't gone into like the main sections with like these kind of fast, dense, I guess not really dense patterns, just fast patterns in general.
Do you see first miss from Senzawa though? That is not what you're trying to go for.
I wonder if it might just be a fact that these pulls are getting a little bit too hard to stay fully consistent on, or if they're just having a little bit of a bad day when it comes to this pull in specific.
I mean, to be fair, you look at these bursts, it is super easy to choke on.
Oh yeah, especially with like some of these jack patterning, it's a bit awkward, and especially with like the burst coming right up here.
Yeah, speaking of that, Pavin does find quite a dirty miss there, actually. You see a lot of 200s there. Ooh, that is giving Zenzawa a score lead.
Yeah, it's definitely helping. I guess Pavin not missing on Lot's part though, so I guess maybe what he said was a whole lie.
That miss is really disgusting for Pavin here. Getting all the way back to 9.5.
Yeah, we'll have to see how the second section goes, but I wouldn't expect either of these players to really mess up on it, just because it's not as streamy, it's a lot more kind of Jack focused, although it does test a little bit of, I guess, unorthodox Jack skill sets.
We'll have to see. Can Zenzawa keep up the 5,000 score lead? This is... While it is a score lead, Zenzawa needs to come back as soon as possible because they are still down 40,000 points. But 5,000 is still 5,000 right now. The map is ending pretty soon. But
Oh yeah,
these, these quads, these jacks, it's very easy to choke, but they got it.
Yeah, it looks like we'll be seeing just a little bit of that bleed go into Senzawa's favor, which is definitely going to be needed, especially given that Pavin has these next two picks in their favor. They could easily go for any of the remaining LNs.
Absolutely, but yeah.
Jesus.
Senzawa giving themselves a little bit of a breathing room. Oh my god, what is that ratio from Pavin? But Senzawa's ratio is also really crazy. It's just that one drop that Pavin got with the 150s and the misses.
Single digit goods is crazy.
One grade from Senzawa. One. Just one.
I think if you combine all of like the non-perfects and marvelouses on Pavin's side, that's like 10 raw like judgments. That's crazy though.
It's just insane. These two players, especially on Rice, it's just showing absolute accuracies.
Yeah, especially like especially when you look at like these pools in specific with how difficult they are. Like these type of scores are scores that a lot of people aspire to even get, even despite the misses.
Yeah. And then while these two players are just like, and let's just choke and SS on it.
Huh.
Rice free. We are going for a core jack pick. Interesting.
That's a bold move. That's a bold move. I kind of understand, but that is a bold move.
I mean, to be fair, yes, Pavin's jack accuracy is still pretty strong.
I mean, that's fair, but I guess one thing too is that this isn't really like that typical core jack pick that anyone can kind of go into. I mean, obviously it's not those jacks where it has like a lot of those like really awkward bursts that kind of ruin it, but it focuses so much on these anchors that it's really easy just to mess up on it easily.
Anchory core jack map. I see. Yeah, we're straight into it now. Here we go. This is these jacks, man. You do see Zenzawa on accuracy drops there.
I mean, I get the reasoning for this pick. I mean, obviously Pavin's been pretty consistent throughout this match, and obviously he does have that ratio advantage, which is going to come in huge importance, especially on a pick like this one.
With all these anchors, it's also extremely easy to find misses. But that also applies on Zenzawa.
I mean, they're getting that accuracy back though, which, I mean, it makes sense. We haven't really hit the pinnacle of the difficulty within this pick.
This little funny jack pattern there you have to build up.
I love my movement patterns. Ooh.
There is the first miss from Pavin. But
oh,
it's a second one though.
Could this backfire?
Potentially. But I mean, this map again is 3 minutes long as well. So there's probably still a lot of misses yet to come from either of these players.
Yeah, especially with like these 5-note anchors starting to like come in. I'm just going to have to hope that Senzawa is able to hold on to that consistency because their accuracy is starting to slowly get into Pavin's area.
Pavin finding more misses though. Wow, their accuracy is just insane. Senzawa finds one back, but Pavin misses again. These anchors are super angry.
I've done my job. No FCs will be here.
I mean, to be fair, these anchors does make it really, really difficult to combo.
Yeah. Wow, okay.
Senzawa does find one back, but right now, this is what Senzawa is looking for, with a fairly comfortable score lead, trying to keep the score lead back in their favor.
And this is the pick that Senzawa wanted Pavin to ban too. This is the one he wanted to be banned, and he's getting a huge advantage from it.
Yeah, right now the accuracies are pretty similar, but what's really different is Pavin's constant misses every now and then, giving Senzawa a really strong lead now. This can closing up the score lead overall very quickly.
Yeah, it's absolutely going to help so much, especially given the fact that Pavin has like 3 more picks left. Senzawa is going to need to get as much of breathing room as they possibly can to even get into the final scoring.
Yeah, well, that ending.
That ending.
Senzawa became a victim of it, but nonetheless, they did get a 15,000 score lead. Getting it back, getting 20,000 score lead overall. It is still in Pavin's side.
No grades.
Okay, what is this score, Pavin?
Only misses.
Okay. We have a FC and an SS choke from Pavin. I don't even know what to call this one. Just nothing but 8 misses. Okay. I don't know what to say.
That's crazy. That's definitely gonna help Senzawa though so much. I think this is a bold move too, though.
See, Hybrid 1 picked by Pavin here. Can Senzawa get his back? Hybrid is like more I mean, I should say less LN focused, which means Senzawa can try to take advantage of the fact that Pavin can potentially miss on some of these rice patterns. But
Maybe?
still, I'm still not sure. I don't know.
I feel like this is a little bit of a bold move, especially given that Pavin has a lot of these outlines, but maybe his strategy is to kind of prevent Senzawa from choosing this.
Yeah, very calm start. Both players holding the 100%. Never mind, Senzawa dropped the one single 300.
I'm interested to see how this goes. Especially because Pavin picked a rice pick before. I'm wondering if Pavin's strategy is to kind of block Senzawa out of picking picks that are maybe more comfortable towards him.
That can be a factor, but first we do see some accuracy drops from Senzawa and all of these like LN-ish patterns. Going with some reverse shields I'm seeing. Also mini jags.
Yeah, it's just a lot of these kind of transition-y patterns alongside these first, which kind of interrupt your flow.
And it's Pavin that's having the accuracy lead so far, but if these like little mini jags or shields, anything can still happen. Any misses, any slip-ups can really be detrimental to either of these players.
I kind of wonder like how you were saying like maybe Senzawa has a chance on this. I'm wondering if like the fact that this has like a lot of those like shields and these mini jacks, I wonder if that's potentially going to play in favor of Senzawa if we see Pavin miss at all.
Yeah, that's probably the win condition for Senzawa here. Their accuracy is ever so slightly lower, but score lead is not giving Pavin by a large amount. It's only 2,000. It's definitely within the miss.
Yeah, it's definitely of striking distance. It's just, is Pavin going to drop? And if Pavin does drop, is Senzawa also going to drop? Because we've seen Senzawa be just a little bit less consistent compared to Pavin.
These like Ellen sections is really favoring Pavin here, but Senzawa's not backing up here, despite dropping 200s here and there, still holding 9.6. Wow, Pavin is just holding 99.8.
I mean, there's still a chance this like later half of that we're going into does get just a little bit more difficult. So if there's gonna be any misses, I think it's going to be relatively soon.
It's like inverse burst sections and these mini jabs can really trip up both of these players, but they are both holding the full combo. Is it actually gonna come down to accuracy?
It just might. This section's just ending, but there's still ever so slightly of a chance to see a miss.
This ending is brutal with those mini jacks and shields, but both of these players somehow holding the double FC and having with 2 grades. 2. No,
Jesus.
no. What? Okay.
This is a hybrid.
2 grades. 2. 1 plus 1.
That's
What is
almost a
happening?
10-to-1 ratio.
Yeah, that's like 1 to 9. I mean, Senzawa is doing pretty well with the FC as well. But
Yeah, like even almost getting a 990 on a pool like this, it's so impressive, especially because it's a hybrid. Like these hybrids are hard to hold good accuracy on, and it's so easy just to drop because of how much transitioning you have to do. What do you even do?
despite that, Pavin just holding that extreme accuracy and consistency. Senzawa did get the FC, but I don't even. It's just crazy.
I wonder how this is gonna go. I mean,
Here's the race 7. It's 4 minutes. What?
yeah, this is gonna be a huge consistency test, which I worry a little bit for Senzawa, but who knows? On a pick like this one, anything can happen. We saw how Rice 3 went.
Yeah, especially on this is more like a. I think this is like a relatively more difficult map compared to the first 6 Rice. Which, if it is out of their comfort zone, misses can still happen.
Yeah, I think the main thing that kind of drives the difficulty with this, at least, is just the fact that, like, it is relative to the pool difficulty, but it's 4 minutes long. Are you able to hold that consistency throughout, especially with a lot of these really awkward transitions, a lot of these dense patterns, and even the mini jacks?
This is. Okay.
Okay, I think we're back.
Well, before we die, it's fine. Nothing happened. But yeah.
This is so close, what the hell?
Starting off. I mean, we are. Why is it recording?
Why is this so close?
Staying at 20.
This is like one of the hardest picks to stay consistent on, and both of them are just staying so close. What?
What is happening?
I mean, you saw
Like Pavin is having like 0.04 accuracy lead.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt a lot.
First miss coming in from Senzawa, but again, it's one out of many.
It's
There's a
it's
back from Pavin.
Oh, Pavin's was so much sturdier though. This is
It's
what
just
I
giving
mean.
Senzawa back.
This is what I mean with like these harder picks though. Like, if you miss once, you're more likely to screw up on a lot more patterns than if you miss on an early game pick. Because not only do you miss one, no, but if you mess up a transition, you easily mess up like 5 notes maybe.
Yeah, we gotta see this seat, but because of how long and how just how many nodes this map has. That one miss is giving Senzawa a mere 1000 score lead. I mean, given they also missed, but like, it's just not a significant amount of score lead that Senzawa's wanting to have.
Yeah, I mean, we are only halfway through this. There's still so many of these really rigid bursts, a lot of these sensor patterns, some of these mini jacks as well. So it isn't clearly on the side of Senzawa just yet, but that doesn't mean that it's on Pavin's side either.
It's crazy.
Yeah, somehow still holding the accuracies and the combo from these two players here after that miss, that trade. And these bursts and jump shoots and jacks are just so crazy to me. And yet, these two players are... Come on.
Yeah, I don't know how they're holding like this. What? Pavin's gaining accuracy too.
Score lead is like, I don't even know if it's actually shrinking or not, but it's...
I think it's starting to slowly shrink, especially because Pavin's getting that accuracy. It's just little by little. Never mind.
Finding a second miss there. How is Senzawa holding the combo?
Senzawa needs to hold. He has to hold for the rest of this, especially given that Pavin has one more pick. And if it's to go by how one of these other LNs went, it could be very dangerous still.
Absolutely. Again, we do... If after Pavin's final pick, if their score lead is under 50,000, we are going to go to the final scoring or tiebreaker map.
I think Senzawa still has an extra pick after Pavin. I could be wrong though.
Okay, I forgot. But either way, like basically after the last map, if it's under 50,000, but right now it's still overall it's still in Pavin's favor, but Senzawa is gonna try to slowly chip down that score lead Pavin has, especially after that Rice free pick. And right now they are also getting accuracy back to 99.84. What is that burst? Okay.
Pavin almost getting to a 99.8 despite another miss as well? Like, what?
Oh my god, what is this? Accuracy, Senzawa and Pavin, what? Pavin just finding that extra miss.
That's insane, dude. What?
Both players having under 1 to 10 ratio.
Single digit judgments outside of the perfect count as well. Like, hello?
What are these ratios across both players? Oh my goodness. But yeah, that does give Senzawa a little comeback. Pavin only has a 22,000 score lead now compared to the 26,000 before this map. But yeah. Oh, now it's gonna be Senzawa to pick, and then it's gonna be Pavin to pick. But
yeah.
What's different is that every single Rice pick is gone.
This might have been the dilemma that Pavin was trying to put onto Senzawa, especially because they chose Rice 3 and Hybrid 1.
Yeah, not even the hybrids are on the board now, it's just the free LNs, LN3, LN5, and LN6.
Honestly, I think Senzawa's best pick might just be LN5.
I honestly don't know. It could be LN6 as well, because it's like a more, you know, it's like they say it's like a boss LN or something. Oh, there's LN5 though.
Yeah, I think that's the best pick, just because, like, at least with these, like, speedier LN picks, Rice players tend to have just a little bit more comfort with those speedier LN picks, especially because it isn't as heavy on that, like, coordination accuracy side.
Yeah, if they can find some chokes from Pavin, maybe they can try to close in the score gap up. This is definitely a very interesting match overall, though. Misses, like the misses feel so unfortunate with their accuracies.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially just given that both these players they've shown like a good amount of consistency. I mean, even if they aren't like consistency by textbook of being able to hold combo, they're still being able to hold that accuracy.
But yeah, into L15 we go. This is Sensawa's pick. Unfortunately, they did run out of hybrids and rice. They have to play L1s now. But as long as Sensawa holds the combo, there's still a good chance for them to try to come back or at least keep the tension.
Absolutely, especially on a pick like this one, like I said earlier. I think this is probably the safest pick Senzawa could have gone for, even if it isn't safe by any means.
L13 with those extreme trills and bursts. L16 just being difficult in general. L15 does seem to be a safer pick for Senzawa, but right now it is Pavin that's having the slight accuracy lead at the very beginning here.
Barely as well. I mean, look at that score lead. It's barely even going anywhere.
It's starting to grow, but not exactly. It's going super slowly, and it's definitely not significant enough for any player to get a good breathing room here.
I think that aspect of like this pick specifically not holding too much of that kind of coordination aspect or that release aspect is definitely coming into play and helping Sensawa. I mean, sure, Pavin's still holding on, but it's a lot closer compared to any of these other elements or hybrids that we've seen so far.
Absolutely, yeah. A more, at least, yeah, as you said, it's the release aspect is not as much felt as we saw in the other L1 picks. But Scotty is scoring just a tiny bit for Pavin here.
Yeah, it's just so little though, but Sensawa just needs to make sure that it doesn't go too far. I mean, if anything, I guess maybe we could hope for a miss on Pavin's side, but it's still just going to be super scary given that LM3 and LM6 are still on the board.
Yeah, Sensawa really looking for a score lead here as soon as possible in some of these more denser speed LN sections now. If we do see misses from Pavin, this can go back to Sensawa, but I do see some 200s coming in from them, and that is going to increase the scoring for Pavin, who is still staying at the 9.7. They do drop some accuracy, but scoring is starting to grow a little bit more and more in favor of Pavin.
Yeah, I think this like later, I guess, quarter is probably going to hurt Senzawa just a little bit, just because you start to see that release and coordination aspect be bumped up just a little bit, and Pavin, especially just being able to hold up their consistency, isn't going to help at all.
It's ending pretty soon. Senzawa's accuracy is lowering a little bit, giving Pavin a higher score lead, but again, why are they both holding FCs? Question mark. Hello? Okay.
Jesus, both these scores are insane. What the hell?
I'm getting 991k. Okay, bro. Okay, bro.
How do you even do this, dude?
This is the seed one we're talking about. Senzawa not backing off either with another FC, but the accuracy is not quite there for Pavin. Pavin is gonna gain the score lead back to 29,000 overall now.
That's such a risky spot for Senzawa to be in, though.
Yeah. It's quite likely that we will go to final scoring, but even then, Senzawa do want a more comfortable score gap in their favor.
I knew this was going to be picked. I felt like LN6 was a little bit more in favor of Pavin, just because of like the amount of like hard release aspects within LN6. It makes it really unfair to someone like Senzawa, at least in the aspect of trying to be able to get some of that score.
I see. We'll see though. We have L16 picked. This is a very long map as well.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be very interesting to see.
I mean, this is going to be another just race 7. It's just going to be, can these players hold their consistency? Who holds their consistency for longer? Maybe the accuracy isn't going to matter as much. At least if Senzawa is able to hold on and Pavin does mess up like we saw race 7, but we'll see.
Yeah, a lot of anything can happen. Oh my god, the start is immediately there.
I mean, at least it was at the start.
Yeah, I don't think this is significant at all, especially with how long this map is.
I think the scary part's going to be this next part. I think this next part we might see Senzawa drop a good amount. Right here.
Yeah, some more accuracy drops from Senzawa here. This part, this thing looks so mind-blockable. What?
That's exactly what I was talking about. I felt like this part was going to be so dangerous, and it ended up being really dangerous.
That's just giving Pavin a really strong start right now, but again, for such a map, anything can still happen, I feel like.
I mean, as we slowly get out of my section here, I guess maybe it could be a little bit better for Senzawa. I mean, they're able to get the accuracy part.
See, Pavin still holding the FC with 9.6. Yeah, a little bit of a break part-ish. Never mind, we're back to Jax and Verse.
Okay, but like, how are you holding a near 99.7 on this pick specifically, Pavin? What?
Pavin is showing what it's like to be crazy at Owens.
It's not even Senzawa doing bad, because like holding a 99 on this is like extremely difficult already. I just don't understand.
Despite the couple of misses that Senzawa found in the first like couple seconds of the map, they're still trying to gain their accuracy back. But Pavin is also gaining accuracy. That's not legal, is it?
Like, Senzawa's accuracy is so high, especially given that they missed a lot, but like, a 99.74? And we're halfway through this. It's not like it's the beginning. Oh,
This is really giving Pavin a really good accuracy advantage now. And these like one-hand L1 Jax thing. Senzawa just find some accuracy drops there, while Pavin also found some, but it's not as significant as Senzawa.
Senzawa just needs to hold on as much as they can, hope they can get some of that accuracy back, and I guess at the very, very least, hope Pavin misses at least once.
Yeah, really looking for a miss from Pavin here, or even if we go to final scoring, it's gonna be really not in favor of Senzawa, especially when Pavin already has a 29,000 score lead right now. This little inverse section. Well, there's I just don't understand how Pavin is still holding the full combo. I mean, yes, Senzawa's also holding a combo, which is pretty crazy, but the accuracy is really giving Pavin that crazy breathing room that they want. And it's definitely not what Senzawa is wanting to have here. It's most likely going to final scoring, but is it good for Senzawa? Not as much.
Ooh, it's getting really risky. Pavin might be able to win off this if Senzawa isn't careful enough, especially with how kind of stop and go these times are, and how much more harder these sections are going to get. Just by a little bit, but still, that is difficulty being added onto Senzawa.
Yeah, definitely. Senzawa definitely trying to up their accuracy. That's dropped a little bit. The combo is still very, very high. But
oh, they need to hold. They need to hold.
Pavin, you cannot do this, man.
What is going on?
It's 4 minutes, bro. It's 4 minutes, bro.
God.
It's 4 minutes, bro. It's
what?
No. No.
100. 100 and 990 still.
Pavin, bro, you need to stop. You need to stop. That is not legal. That is not real. 10 200s. We found this year's 2-digit, but still.
This is higher than a 5-to-1 ratio too. What?
It's like 1-to-6, I think. Yeah, it's 1-to-6 ratio. I don't know, bro. In FC, that's not humane.
Well, we're going to final scoring, everyone.
Yeah. I just I don't know.
These performances are insane. Like, I know it's winner's bracket, but Jesus.
What's that performance from Pavin, man? I mean, Zenzawa, Silver 99, pretty solid stuff from them, but it's just absurd.
I don't even know what to say, because, like, how do you do that?
I would just I'm okay. I'm a little bit speechless, sorry. But yeah, we are going to final scoring now. Zenzawa does need to have a 48,000 score lead in order to take this back, which is a little bit difficult. But you know, for a TD like this, if Pavin does find some crazy drops, maybe, just maybe Zenzawa can hope for a miracle.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I was saying earlier, at least in a pool like this one, it's just the aspect of where raw physicality is going to matter a lot more, especially on a type, on, I guess, final scoring like this one, where it's reaching that finals level. Physicality is the name of the game. If you're able to hold on, you're set.
Take a look though, Pavin definitely more on the comfortable side, but whether or not this map is comfortable for them is yet to be seen.
Yeah, especially as we get into these dumps.
Oh my goodness. This is just the start, by the way.
This is so nerve-wracking for Sensaway. I have to expect the nerves to be insanely high, because not only are you down by 48k, you're in your last chance for that to even happen against someone who's just been so consistent in destroying each of these picks.
Just absurd seeing both players' performances throughout the entire match. Like, their accuracies are not bad at all. Even like not bad is such an understatement. Their accuracies are extremely well done. Just Pavin's consistency is what's really putting them up his score lead right now. And in this TV, it's going for nobody.
God, we're like, for sure we're not even in, like, I guess the quote-unquote harder sections, but it's still so close. But here we go into these more stop-and-go motion patterns. Maybe we see someone mess up here.
These like super dense Allen patterns are super scary. Any miss can result in an endless no lock. But they are doing it. Let's see some tiny accuracy drops from Zenzawa, but there's a miss from Pavin.
I want to say this is striking distance for Sensaway, but a lot more needs to happen than that. And he needs to hold on as well.
You need some misses from Pavin to let Zenzawa get an even bigger score lead. Again, 48,000 is still a big number for Zenzawa to try to come back on, but this is what they want, at least for the very beginning for now. But they are gonna look for more misses or bad accuracy drops from Pavin, and that is not what we are trying to do. A miss from Zenzawa.
I mean, I guess Lot's gonna get what he wants. Nobody's gonna FC it.
No, there's no way you're FCing this map, bro. It's just not happening.
Jesus, the accuracies from both these players is absolutely insane. And the fact that it is so close, Jesus.
I've been still holding 9.64. Come on.
I'm curious to see how this next half goes, because I think this next half is probably a lot more chokeable, just because of the kind of stamina aspect, and also just how awkward some of these patterns are.
Some miss from Pavin. As you said, these patterns are indeed very awkward, but it's not quite enough to get the score to Zenzawa. Yeah, they did trade it back, so the score is back to Pavin. I mean, it has always been Pavin right now, but they do. Oh my god, another miss from Pavin.
Maybe a little bit of score lead could be given to Sensaway, but I don't think there's enough room for Pavin to drastically mess up. But maybe their consistency is starting to fall off here.
Some more misses coming in from Pavin, giving Senzawa not a big lead. It's 200 points for Senzawa, but we are only 1/4 of the way left. Is there enough time for Pavin to really mess up and give Senzawa a big enough lead? You still have the ending part though.
Yeah, this actually gets really difficult too. I wouldn't be surprised if either of them or both of them missed here.
It's really up to Senzawa now whether or not they can hold the ending.
I think it's just going to be really tricky. At least from my experience, I tend to at least drop my FC in this section. And Pavin missing as I say that too.
It's giving Senzawa a small lead, a bigger lead now, 3,000, but this is what Senzawa's looking for, but is it enough? We are only like 1 minute left. Pavin finding more misses though. It is extending the lead to Senzawa right now.
It's getting there, but it's not 48k there just yet. And I don't really know if there's enough for that to really happen.
But Senzawa's looking... Some misses from Senzawa here is... I don't know if there's enough time, but there's still the ending.
I really don't think so. Like in any other tournament, this would be the breaking point where Senzawa might be able to get that victory. But in SSR, he needed to get all of those points that he could have got in the other picks. That ends.
There's just not enough time.
I mean, Senzawa is going to get a little bit of score from it, but Pavin was able to build up so much of a cushion from some of these outlets and hybrids that it's not even going to really matter.
Senzawa, despite having the better combo game, when you see it, by the way, Senzawa, despite having higher combo and less misses, he did get a 3,000 score lead against Pavin in this tiebreaker map, but ultimately it is not enough to recover Pavin's 48,000 score lead overall. And what a performance from both of these players.
I also think this is Pavin's first time being taken into final scoring. I could be wrong.
I think so? But yeah.
I mean, that's a goal in and of itself from Senzawa.
Yeah. Just amazingly well done. Crazy, super amazing scores across the board. Every single map from both of these players. I am super shocked by their performances, but ultimately it is Pavin that gets to win in this winner's bracket match, and HomuAkemi or Senzawa will be knocked down to the loser's bracket.
They're going to be so scary, especially for being like the first person to take Pavin to the final score. And that is a huge victory for them at least. I mean, Pavin's going to make their secure placement in the top 3. So we'll kind of have to see who wins the other winner's bracket match. I believe it's Darkitricer versus Nad.
Yeah, we'll see whether or not if it's Nad or Darkitricer. Yeah, we will see that in like a couple hours, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be at 17 UTC.
Yeah, 17 UTC today. We will find out at that time. I think that match is gonna be streamed as well, so stay tuned for that. But yeah,
that's gonna be a fun match.
Best of luck to Pavin and Homu here. Both players again doing amazingly well on both of these maps, and best of luck in both winners and losers bracket.
Yeah, good luck to Homu. That's gonna be fun to watch. But I guess unless you have anything else to say, we can conclude things right here.
Yeah, that's about it for the stream. I mean, I don't really know what to say other than that these two players are just super insane at the game. It's almost like they're not even human. Like, those scores are not real.
That was good, but I have been your commentator, No. Thank you, Upsilon, for streaming this match, and we'll catch you later.
Yeah, this is Poppy signing off as well, and we will see you in next stream or something. Bye bye.
Yeah.